Hey, Miami Dolphins fans, simple message here. More subscribers equals more video. So if you haven't subscribed to the fastest growing Miami Dolphins YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Well, you know what I want for Christmas? More subscribers. So you look underneath that video, you're going to see a big red button that says subscribe. If you're colorblind, it's going to be a light gray from what I've been told. So click that. Don't miss anything. Coming up right now, Dolphins versus Patriots post-game reaction. Everyone should like the video, whether you're a Dolphins fan or an NFL fan. Basically, if you hate the New England Patriots, like the video because the first time since 2008, the second time since 2003, the NFL playoffs will not include the New England Patriots after a 22-12 victory in Miami. For all the Dolphin fans out there, this was obviously a major game because you go all the way back to week one and just how much this team has grown since week one. I mean, think about it. This is a 1-3 football team. Now they're 9-5. They have done a tremendous job of flipping the script, playing solid defense, and sure, Tua didn't have his greatest game, but he did just enough to continue to win. So what I want you guys to do right now, give me your one-word reaction to this Dolphins win. I'd probably go with proud because think about New England's been this team on top of this division for such a long time. And when you go back and you look at New England's week one victory, 21-11, sure there was a lot of bad turnovers by Fitzy, and sure it was a very much different type of team. But anytime you're staring at the team that's literally been in control of this division for basically my entire life, you have to be able to show up. And that's exactly what they did. It wasn't a pretty game. It was 6-0, and I was like, oh, man, Miami might actually drop this one. But when it really came down to it, they made a lot of second-half adjustments, offense and defense. So go down in the comments and let me know your one-word reaction to this Dolphins win. Let's look at the quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, 20-26, which that number's impressive. But again, you didn't really see him stretch the football down the field. Did he really have to? No, not really. 145 passing yards, no touchdowns, a pick. He did get 2 touchdowns. They were on the ground, though, and I was kind of hoping that they would give a little bit more work to Ahmed just because he's been so great. But Tua, yet again, comes away with a win, and when he's in the huddle, you can see all the players, minus all their injuries today, they believe in him. And if you have a quarterback, when he takes a knee in the huddle, looks at everyone, and they look at him, they're like, you know what? I trust what this guy's saying. That's a really big evaluator of how much that this team truly does appreciate Tua. Now, what I want you guys to do is this. Go down to the comments. Grade Tua's game versus New England. A, B, C, D, or F. Yes, I am going to make you all go back to school on a Sunday. I am sorry. It's part of my job. Don't yell at me. But I am curious. Grade Tua's game versus New England, A, B, C, D, or F. I got an A-plus grade going on right now. Grade. Get it together. A-plus deal going. Chatsports.com/Tua. I know the holidays are right around the corner, and maybe you waited till the last minute. Yeah, I know I did. But if you need a new Tua jersey, they come in all different shapes, sizes, colors. How about a Tua t-shirt? Chatsports.com/Tua. If you have a son, a daughter, even if you just want some old Tua gear for yourself, we got you covered. Face masks? I know there's a vaccine out there now, but guess what? You're still going to have to wear these things. Bottom line is this. We're trying to hook you up with the best deals that we can always find. Chatsports.com/Tua is how you're going to get hooked up. I'm going to put this link in the comments and the description, so don't miss out. One of the biggest storylines entering this game is how is Miami going to win, and how are they going to move the football without their top 3 receivers right now? Devontae Parker, Mike Gesicki, Jakeem Grant. And also, let's go way back where you think about, you don't have Albert Wilson, you didn't have Allen Hurns. If I would have told you, plus you didn't have Preston Williams, if I didn't tell you we weren't going to have your top 6 players on offense catching the football, and you'd still come away with a win against the New England Patriots in December, you guys might have said, Mitch, I don't know what you're drinking, but I'll take a few of them. But that's what happened here. They did exactly what they needed to be able to do, and they came away with a win. So earlier in the week, I made my keys to victory against New England, and I started it off with this. You need to make Cam Newton throw the football. In their first matchup, Newton, 15-19, 170 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. But he ripped apart this Dolphins defense with his legs. He had 15 carries, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns. This week, a lot of QB spy, which I liked. And Newton, I actually thought threw the football a little bit better maybe this game. Some of it came in garbage time. But 209 yards, 17-27. The important number there, 0 touchdowns. How about on the ground? 9 carries, 38 yards, no touchdowns. If you can limit Newton's ability as a runner, he's just not good enough anymore to be able to beat you as a passer. That's what Miami did. And all the time, man, we're always talking about how great this defense is, and yet again, points allowed, 12. I mean, it's the best in the league for a reason. Total yards allowed, 300. If you're around 300 and you're outgaining your opponent by about 80 every week, you're going to be okay. Passing yards, rushing yards, takeaways. Unfortunately, Xavier Howard didn't have an interception. I was really hoping he's going to be able to get to 10. But no, Xavier Howard, believe it or not, is human. So go down to the comments. Let me know, who was the Week 15 MVP? If you want to give me the MVP on offense, defense, I don't care. Please go down in the comments and let me know. My MVP of this one, you could probably give it to the entire defense. You might be able to give it to Tua for what he had to work with. But, dude, Salvon Ahmed, I mean, he literally carried this offense. 23 carries, 122 yards, a touchdown. I wish for my fantasy team's purpose they would have gave him another. But you know what? It's all good. Let me know your Week 15 MVP. One more thing here. Back to my keys to victory. Obviously, I said don't turn the ball over. They had 1 turnover. It was 2. It's all good. They won the turnover battle. Keep blitzing. They did. They continue to send pressure against Cam Newton. And then the last note. My last note, some people were like, Mitch, what exactly do you mean by guys need to step up? When you're missing so many key players, right? Like, think about it. You're missing Myles Gaskin, who was your top running back. You needed somebody to step up. The guy that stepped up for you on offense, Salvon Ahmed. I mean, this was just an incredible, incredible performance. 23 carries, 122 yards, 5.3 yards per carry, and it's a touchdown, 1 touchdown. However, the offensive line for Miami, they deserve a pat on the back. So if you know any of those guys, make sure you're patting them on the shoulder blades because they were extremely, extremely impressive. But it was a slow starting first half, but they stuck with it. They stuck with it. You kept on running. The Patriots defenders, they got tired, and that's when stuff started to open up. 2 other players that I said, you know who are really going to have to step up? Lynn Bowden Jr. He led the team with 7 targets, 5 catches, 37 yards. Was it anything spectacular? No. But all you needed him to be able to do was pick up a few clutch first downs, which he did. And, I mean, you're going to go back to the trade at the Raiders and for Bowden. He was stepping up, and he continues to be at least a fun player that they're moving all around the football field. Another player that needed to step up, Durham Smythe. Why? No Mike Gesicki. 5 catches on 5 targets. He is not even close to the athlete of a guy Gesicki is, and he's normally just in there to block. But if you're going to get targeted 5 times, you're going to bring in all 5. You could see that Tua was looking for Bowden. You could see that Tua was looking for Smythe in those clutch third down situations. How am I going to pick up a first down? A lot of times, one of those 2 players, that was the first read. What I always try to do here is keep you guys up to date on the latest news and rumors in the NFL, Dolphins. The biggest story, though, honestly, in this game was a very scary injury to Stefan Gilmore. So when the injury actually happened, everyone was like, oh, no, that's a knee injury. His season's over. What's going to happen in the offseason? Luckily, all the reports right now are that it does appear to be like a knee injury. However, it doesn't appear to be as severe. Anytime you hear that, you think ACL, you think of patellar tendon, something that's really going to be a 6 to 9 month process. From the initial reports are Stefan Gilmore is hurt, but it might not be as serious as first projected. So here's right now the AFC East standings as I am making this video. The Bills have already won. Dolphins, they won. Patriots lost. The Jets at 0-13. They are up 13-0 over the Los Angeles Rams as I am recording this right now. If they win, congratulations. If they lose, well, it isn't even surprising at this point anymore. So here's the remaining schedule for Miami. You got the Raiders on Saturday Night Football, 7-7. The Bills at 11-3. I mean, if you're Miami, these are 2 very, very winnable games. You're looking at a Raiders team that's dropped 4 out of their last 5. The only team that they beat was the New York Jets on a Hail Mary type of play. So, I mean, if you're the Dolphins here, You still are the 7th seed. As of right now, you still have that advantage over the Baltimore Ravens, who also beat the Jags today. But if you beat the Raiders, you beat the Bills, you are easily in this contention here. So that's something to definitely think about. So will the Dolphins make the playoffs? Y for yes, or go down in the comments and let me know. N for no. I'm a believer that this team is going to make it, and I'm also a believer that Brian Flores deserves to win Coach of the Year because considering the fact that how bad Miami was last year, they won their 2 final games, probably a team that should have only won 3 to 4 games. You make the playoffs, you have a chance to win double-digit games. Brian Flores, Coach of the Year, and yes, I do think the Dolphins make the playoffs.